Need those motherfuckers. Are you ready to get the show started? Yes, I am ready to get some things off my chest. Everybody's like, oh god damn. What did Candace Owens do to piss her off now? Well, I'll tell you. Existed. That was the first thing that she did that just pissed me the fuck off. And I don't know if you pay attention to the goings on of the world like I do. And I wish I didn't. I wish I could be one of those kind of people, like my friends that decided to stop speaking to me in 2016 because I got too political. Oh darn. I'm sorry I offended you with my wanting to keep America intact. My B. Fuck off. But anyway, Candace Owens the other day, along with her bestie, Kanye, or whatever he calls himself now, just fucking prick is what I use. But they were at the Paris fashion show with shirts that said White Lives Matter. Yeah. And everybody went, what? And Candace was like, this was our way of undermining BLM because it's a corrupt organization. And a friend of mine sent me a picture and she just said, what's happening? And I was like, oh yeah, that. And her reply to me was, Kanye, he kind of gets an excuse because I truly think he's mentally ill. She's like, but what's her excuse? And if you really think about it, it's ableism because she's taking advantage of someone who clearly doesn't have all of his faculties. But he's a good rapper. And by God, we like his shoes. Or somebody does. I don't know. They're like $4,000 and I would never be seen wearing them. So I want to talk to you. Jonathan!
Yo!
Closing out the show is Jonathan Williams. Hang on, let me just write that down. Okay, so, and I assume your pronouns, he, him. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that while I am liberal leaning, I don't really like when people call me a liberal because they're fucking annoying. And what I mean by that is I had an altercation with a friend of mine. We'll just call her Cunt Betty. Not her given name, but it's her name now. I posted a meme, and it was a meme, and I didn't even write it. Somebody else wrote it, and it said, normalize calling babies ugly. I'm tired of lying. And I thought, this is a great meme for me because I get really panicked when people show me a picture of like a newborn baby. And because I'm not one of those kind of people that can fake it and or think it looks cute at all. Like if you show me kittens or puppies, I'm gonna be all in all damn day. But if you show me a newborn human baby, I have absolutely zero emotion. I am the data of humans. about babies. Okay, they all look like Winston Churchill to me. I don't get it. And then there's the sonogram. They show you the sonogram. They're like, oh, such and such is having a baby. Look at the inside of her belly. Look at all, and it reminds me of like in the, I don't know how old, a lot of you are, but in the 80s, there was a porn channel that you could sometimes get, but it was always a little screwed up, but sometimes you could just be sitting there and you would be like, I think it's an arm, or how many people are there? Are there 3? Are they human? This is, So, my first introduction to sex was very hazy, is what I'm saying. But back to Cunt Betty. So everybody was laughing at the meme, like you do, and talking about how ugly babies are, and we were having a grand old time until Betty came along, and she was like, yeah, but should we be normalizing shaming anyone's body? And I said, look, bitch. I mean, it's not like she saw me like in person go up to somebody and go, you have an ugly baby. Did you know your baby's ugly? Fucking, what the fuck? I mean, what? Seriously. Did you give birth to that or make it in a lab? I mean, come on. And I could see if I were doing something like that for Cunt Betty to have a problem. And I told her, I was like, look, I've had enough with walking on eggshells for people. You want to talk about body shaming? I mean, look at me. I've had my body shamed since birth. My grandmother, anytime a boy didn't call me, she was like, well, it's because you're fat. People don't like people when they're overweight. And so, I grew up with that playing a loop over and over in my head, and now I just truly don't fucking care because I'm awesome regardless of the size of my big ass. But I do think that society may be getting to a point where we are coddling people a little too much, maybe. I mean, I didn't love being called fat when I was a kid, but it built character. And gave me a lot of childhood trauma that I'm having to overcome, but also, so did my parents. So, it's been fun. It's been, my dad died a couple of months ago. It's okay, we can talk shit about him now. Yeah, he was a hateful narcissist that, despite everything he did, I still loved him. So I have this weird confusion in my brain where it's like one day I'll be like, I really miss my dad. And then I'll think about all the things he's done, and I'm gonna flush his ashes down the toilet. So Terry keeps them away from me. I think that I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I think I started realizing I smoked too much pot, and I'm not gonna smoke less. So don't think that. But I was on my way somewhere the other day, and to take you through my brain and how it all happened would take too long, but Linda Ronstadt's name caused me to have a 30-minute panic attack sitting in the driveway in my car because I was texting a friend about Linda Ronstadt, because he and I are, we talk pop culture stuff, and I'm like, have we talked about Linda Ronstadt and, whether we think she's as big of a deal as everybody else does? And her name just did not fucking look right to me. It's Ronstadt. What the fuck is that? And I kept looking at her name and then Googling it and going, is this right? Is it right? Did I do it right? I don't know if I did it right. Linda, what's your fucking name? Oh my God, I can't think of a song you've written, but what the fuck? And then it started making me laugh. And then the more I laughed, the more it just kept snowballing. And then my husband walks outside and sees me sitting by myself in my car, hysterically laughing at nothing. So, we're divorced now. No, I'm kidding. Actually, he puts up with a lot, and if you knew him, you would be like, yeah, well, you know me, so, he puts up with a lot. So anyway, are you ready to get the show on the road? All right, now.